Welcome to One More Life. This is Instagram. Let's start this awesome class, shall we? Shall we? That's already a modal verb. Today we are talking about modal verbs. That's what we're doing. And they are so important if you want to communicate in English. It's really important to understand how to use words like would, should, could, can, and even shall. Shall we start our class? So come on in, let's slowly start talking about our week. I'm Mitra from Iran. I'm staying at home these days. Very good. So remember, guys, when you say I'm, usually it's continuous. I'm staying, ing, at home these days. How are you, our gorgeous coach Anar? Welcome to One More Live. I am very well. Thank you for asking. A little bit agitated because I just arrived home. I really had time to boil some water, put it in my mug so we can have tea together. And I was stuck in traffic. Traffic was really bad coming home today. So, but other than that, I am really good. I had a good week. How about you guys? Hola, I see some people. Amazing, is that it? How are you? I'm good. Good to see familiar names and faces. I love your motivation. Good, guys. I am here to motivate you and myself because, of course, it is motivational for me to have a commitment with you. Do you know what a commitment is? Tell me, guys. Do you understand what that means? To have a commitment? We love you. Lami, I love you too. Hi, Mineirinha. Your skin is so beautiful. Aw, thank you. No filter. My skin is better. I had a lot of skin problems because of hormones about a year ago, 2 years, so I'm happy about that. Healthy, right? We want to be healthy. We want to feel good. Hello, Abtin comes again. Hi, Abtin, my love. So, Israel, so good to see you. Love you so much. You know that. And again, I'm a little agitated. I just need to breathe with you guys. Let me breathe with you for a second. Whew. Good. I see someone saying here, committed, responsible. A little bit. Commitment means loyalty. This is interesting. This is an English and coach conversation, right? Commitment is when you give your word. You say, I will do this, and you do it because you are committed, right? I actually have a video about being committed too. I recorded this for New Year's, I think, 2 years ago for Hi Amanda almost. Yeah, Luca, hi. Hi, hey, oh, my student Renato, yes? Good to have you here. Guys, I miss the time when I used to teach at the language school with all my students. It was such a happy time in my life. I really enjoy your content. Oh, thank you, Israel. I know that. Love you so much. You've been here with me for a long time. We celebrated 2 years of Hi Amanda last week. So crazy, right? Commitment means to promise. In some ways, right, we're saying commitment, promise, responsibility, loyalty. Very interesting. It's definitely similar, but not exactly that, right? And I will tell you this, you don't need to translate if you understand the essence of the word. That's the most important, to understand the essence of the word and what kind of context you can use that. That's the key to a new language. When you stop feeling the necessity to understand and translate, and you really just feel the essence and you learn the kinds of contexts we use. So usually we say to have commitment, right? It's important to have commitment. when you want to transform something in your life, to be consistent, to promise and do it. So yeah. Okay, babes, so of course you are motivated with my energy. Ow! Let me use all of my energy right now because I also feel motivated with this commitment to help you guys, to be here for you every week. How can I improve my speaking? Guys, I know, of course, having a relationship in English, right? When you have a friend, when you have a romantic relationship, when you have work relationships in English, that really helps you start speaking English. But I know that not everyone has the opportunity to have that, right? Not everyone. So believe it or not, writing can really help your speaking too, because it organizes your thoughts. You practice, and then when you have to speak, of course, also pronunciation. So it's good to watch videos, to watch movies, and listen to music so you really see how these words are used. More vocabulary, pronunciation, okay? I love you so much too. You made me feel more energetic. Nice. Good. Shake it off, guys. Whatever bad things happen this week, together, let's feel the energy, our connection here, and shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. So today, I actually prepared, kinda, a class about modal verbs. We're really studying English together today, okay? We are going to talk about modal verbs. What is that in English? What is modal verbs? Basically, guys, it's these verbs that will help another verb, right? Because when I use can, could, should, would, after that, I have a verb. I say, I can also have, if it's a question, it's a subject. Look at this. I can dance. We usually use the verb can. It's possible we can use the verb can for possibilities, right? We can use the verb can to talk about our abilities. I can dance. But if I ask a question, then I need to switch the modal verb and say, can you dance? Can you dance? Tell me, guys, can you dance? Happy Friday for you. Thank you. Seek and you shall find. Good example of shall. Can you guys dance? Can you dance? Tell me. I can. I love dancing so much. Yes, please. I want more hearts. This was for you. I want more hearts. I want my hearts. I love my hearts. Please give me energy back with your little cute hearts when I see them on the screen like that. I love it. I can't dance. Oh, no. But can you sing? Can you play an instrument? So with questions, we will invert. We will say, can you, or would you, or should we? Okay? Should, could, would, and the subject. That's for questions. Okay? And negatives, you say, I cannot, or I can't, or I would not, or I wouldn't. That's the contraction, right? So for example, affirmative, I can dance. Question, can you dance? Negative, I can't dance. That's another way to practice your English, guys. Remember, the language is made of 3 things: affirmatives, negatives, and questions. So always practice all 3. I don't know if I still can dance. Oh, my love, of course you can. Dancing is like riding a bike. You think you forgot, but when you start again, it's there. And I'm sure you dance with Nina all the time. I can sing, but everyone says I sound bad. That's so sad. Thank you for the hearts, my babes. I love you guys so much. So again, guys, we are here to study modal verbs, to understand the context when I use modal verbs like can, could, should, would, will. Will, the future, is a modal verb because modal verbs are the verb with another verb. I will dance. I can dance. I should dance. I could dance. I shall dance. My dancing makes everybody laugh. Oh, that's fun. Good. Laughing is good. Don't feel bad about that. Ever continue dancing and feeling good. It's about how you feel, not if you dance well or not. Is used to a modal verb? I don't think so. Sometimes people say yes, but I don't think so. Modal verbs, guys, don't have to. Sometimes people say have to and need to are modal verbs, but it's not exactly. It depends on the perspective of the English teaching. My wife. No, guys, no. So my tea is really hot and look, today is special, guys. This is my last pack of positive energy and I wanted to give you some positive energy today. Hi, Fred, I love you too. In English, huh? Ti amo, I love you. Tangerine, sweet. This is the tea that smells the best. I wish I could share with you how good this tea is. Ought to. Oh yeah, you're right. Ought to is a modal verb and we use to. There you go, okay? Ought to. By the way, when you have GHT in English, you don't pronounce it, right? I say, I bought. So ought. I don't even say the T. What are the uses of shall? So guys, shall is a different kind of modal verb. We use could, can, would, should a lot, okay? Shall is usually a polite invitation, right? Shall we go is a very polite and nice way to say let's go, okay? Shall I start the class? A very nice and polite way to say if I should start the class, right? Shall and should are similar, but I use should for advice. You should subscribe to my channel. I don't say you shall. You shall is like predicting the future a little, you know? Like, I see the future. It's what I wish for you. You shall have many friends and you shall make all your dreams come true. So again, shall is a very formal way of speaking. It's a little bit older. We continue to use nowadays shall when we are going to invite a lot, like that. Shall we go? Shall we start? It's like this polite invitation. What about dare? No, Anar, that's definitely not a modal verb. Like dare, like I dare you to do something. I dare you to drink this water, this whole cup of water in a minute. I don't know. No, but there is not modal verb. May I have a glass of water? That's a question, right, Melania? May is a very polite way to ask, can I? So I can say, can I have a glass of water? May I have a glass of water? Or, I would like a glass of water. I would like is very polite. May I help you? People, can I help you? Can I help you? But more polite, may I help you? In English, may and might, okay? May and might talk about possibility. We use a lot might to say maybe. It's like will, maybe. I might go to the party. I might travel to Spain next year. So there is a chance, there is a possibility, right? We use a lot might like that. to make affirmatives, I might do that. So it's possible. Maybe yes, maybe no. May is I may do it, or also works, but we use more may for polite questions like may I help you? May I ask for your phone number, right? Again, may I is very similar to can I. And here in the United States, we use can I all the time. Sergio? Sergio Bortoli? Yes, must. Must is a very good modal verb, and it talks about obligation, right? You must or you mustn't, which means you can't do that, right? So you must pay attention, you must study every day if you want to learn English. Or there's a rule, you must park your car across the street, okay? I took English classes, but I don't understand native speakers. It's a process, right? How long did you take English classes? For how long? Where did you take English classes? Many questions, right? If you don't understand, alors merci pour toutes ces informations. Oh, my pleasure, avec plaisir. So Mendonça, if you don't understand native speakers, you need to practice your listening more. Challenge yourself. Do you understand me when I speak? I'm not a native speaker. I speak English really well because I've been in the United States for years. I was married to an American. My relationships are in English. But if you don't understand well, you definitely need to practice your listening. I'm a teacher. I use a lot of body language. I pause. I project my voice. That's easier for you. But when you hear a conversation, and it's more difficult. Yes, of course, right? So watch a lot of movies, listen to music, and see the lyrics. Read and listen, then don't read and just listen. It's practice, okay? Adriana, hello, Amanda. Hi, love. How are you? No, just Fridays, Amanda, make lives. Usually you do a live, I think. Make or do, right? This is a tough one. All about context and practice. Can we use must in the beginning of the question sentence? Yes. For example, must I have an email to subscribe to your channel? On YouTube, you must have an email to create an account and subscribe. So maybe you want to ask me, must I have an email? But we use a lot more need to. In English, we don't use must all the time like that. I would ask, we use would a lot. I would ask, do I need an email to subscribe? Yes, you need an email to subscribe. Okay? Have you no, do you have, okay? Have you is have you ever, or have you seen? Do you have other students from Romania? Here on the channel, we have some followers. It's a big international community. We have more people from Romania, I'm sure. Guys, thank you for all these sweethearts. Mustafa, hi, honey. I see your messages. I love you. I see you. Could. So yes, guys, could is also a more polite can. So can I help you, or can I have? More polite, could I have? Awesome love life today. Hi, Natalia. Guys, Natalia, my sweetie, my friend, this amazing person that I met recently. She's a Spanish teacher. Her videos on YouTube are amazing. You can really see the time that she spends creating, recording. So shout out to Clan Natal. Follow my friend, guys, if you want to learn Spanish. She's amazing. And she uses English to teach too. So really, really good stuff. I love you. So proud of your work, friend. Have you ever had Iranian students in your present classes? Like in my classroom present, right? Yes. Actually, I've had Saudi students. Now I'm not sure if I had Iranian students. I think only Saudi. I think only Saudi. Really great, all of them amazing students. English in California, you're amazing. Thank you, girl. I really appreciate, guys. I know I have a lot of students here who want to feel positive, learn, practice their listening, and also a lot of teachers. A lot of teachers that feel inspired with the way I teach my method, so I appreciate that a lot. And it's in my plans. One of my goals is to create a workshop for you teachers to help you think about different ways to teach and really find your strength as a teacher and explore that, right? Do you have students from Kazakhstan? Here we have a lot of followers from Kazakhstan, from Kurdistan, but not in my real live classroom. Live, I don't know, I don't even present classroom. I think have to is like must. Sergio, that's really interesting. Let's think about this, guys. Have to and must are the same in positive sentences. I must go, I have to go. But if you make a negative sentence, I don't have to go and I mustn't go, that's different. When I say I don't have to study, that means I can study, but it's not an obligation. If I want to do it, okay. If I don't want to do it, okay. I don't have to. But when I say you mustn't, it's an obligation to not do it. You mustn't park here, right? It's different than saying you don't have to park here. If I say you don't have to park here, you don't have an obligation, but you can. If I say you mustn't, the obligation is to not do it. Do you see the difference? This is an interesting question. By the way, I will let you process a little bit, and I would love to see your examples with you don't have to and you mustn't. Give me examples of the negative. You don't have to and you mustn't. Different things. And I will make my tea here. I will make my tea and read the message, have a little dictation time for you guys. Where are you? What is the weather in your country right now? Well, the United States is a very big country. You don't have to get up early on Sundays. Perfect, Anar. You don't have to get up early on Sundays. It's not an obligation. But if I want to wake up early on Sundays, I can, right? I don't have to wake up early on Sundays, but I like to because I have a more productive day if I wake up early. Very good. Excellent. More questions. Hi, Annie and Claudia. Love you, girl. So guys, the weather in Florida, United States is a very big country, and Florida is right here on the East Coast, right? It's usually, right now it's summer, it's really hot, it's humid, and most of the year it's hot, right? Very sunny. We call Florida the Sunshine State. But yes, very hot. But other parts of the United States can be very cold, like New York. Up north is much colder. You mustn't say this sentence. Yeah, you mustn't, right? You mustn't say, I don't speak English. Mustn't. I've never heard it before, right? So we don't speak like that a lot, but we have a lot of rules with mustn't. Maybe you are here in the United States traveling and you see a sign that says, you mustn't bring food into the classroom. It's not going to say you can't, because that's a little rude to say you can't. You mustn't. So you must not. Every modal verb has a contraction for the negative. Look, I cannot, I can not, I can't. I will not, what's the negative contraction? I will not or what's the contraction, please? don't have to take off. I don't understand. I don't have to. Anar, Lami, very good, excellent, guys. The negative form contraction of I will not go, I won't go, right? Good, right? I won't tell you how to study. You need to find your way. Some people like to study with music, movies, videos. Some people need a book, a grammar book to do exercises. I think that's really good. You don't have to do grammar exercises, but if you do it, it's going to be good for you. Okay? But about must, there you go. You must not worry. You must not worry. You mustn't worry about COVID. Well, I believe that we must not worry about anything, right? We shouldn't. So you must not is a rule, it's an obligation. You should not, you shouldn't, it's lighter, it's an advice, right? We shouldn't worry, only worry about COVID. We should try to understand why this is happening and how we can be better with this. Every challenge in life is an invitation for you to do better, for you to learn and evolve. Yes, this is very serious right now, my loves. You shouldn't only worry about COVID. We should think about how we can be better, because every challenge in our lives is an invitation to rethink, redirect, to grow, to evolve. That's the only way we can do that. Don't is more useful than must not. Must not is not the same as don't. Don't is the negative for all verbs, but not for modal verbs. Modal verbs are special. I never say I can, don't. I don't mix don't and can, would, should. Do you understand? That's why modal verbs are special, because they have their negative. You can ask questions and negatives with modal verbs. Okay? Look at will, right? I will not. But if I say I love not, I don't love. With all verbs, we need don't. So need, you don't need. Have, you don't have. Can, you don't can. No. You can't. Should, you don't should. No, you shouldn't. So modal verbs don't need don't. Yes? Does that make sense? And what are the modal verbs then? Again, can, could, should, shall, will, would. Look at how they are connected. Again, can, could, should, shall, would, will, must, might, may, and ought to. Although ought to, you ought not to. That's how you say. You ought, it's very ought to. I never use ought to. It's very rare, very rare. And I want to teach you guys everyday English. I want to teach you something that you will use a lot when you communicate. Not the things that we don't use a lot, right? Next level. Don't worry about that right now. You must focus on what we use in real life to have good communication, okay? Have you any operation on nose before? Have you ever operated your nose? No, I have never had any operations in my life. I have never broken a bone. I have never had an operation, and I hope I never will need that. I will never need that. Ooh, sorry. I hope I will not need it. I hope I won't need it. I hope I will never need it. Yay? When we will, ought to, need to, dare to. Again, guys, need to, have to, dare to. Those are not exactly modal verbs because I use don't. I don't dare to tell you what to do. I don't need to tell you what to do. Ought to, yes, I say I ought not to challenge you. But ought to is like you really should do that. You ought to. It's not exactly must, but it's not exactly should. Ought to is in the middle there. Like you really should do that. You ought to give him a chance. Like you really should. You need to do this. But it's not like must. Must is like a rule. A rule. My gosh, I love teacher. Guys, I love you so much. This is a very intense class. What is able to? Able to talks about, yes, your abilities. I am able to speak English. I can speak English. So sometimes we think about able to and can the same way, right? However, Anar, for example, the past of can is could, right? Last year, I could walk around the streets without a mask. This year, I can't. So last year I could, this year I can't. It's better sometimes when we use last year I was able to. So it's not just about ability. When you're able to do something, it's because it's okay. It's okay. You have permission. You were able to do it. Were you able to talk to? So did you find a way to do that? Were you able to talk to Anar the other day? I told you I was going to call him. I'm not going to ask, could you call Anar? Because maybe that's confusing. I'm asking you for a favor. Could you call Anar? No. Were you able to be able? Were you able to talk to him? Yes, I was able to talk to him and he said that he will be here for the next live. I hope that your the broadcast on YouTube and on Instagram, my internet is weak. Yes, guys, so Instagram changed. For 2 months, I was able to save the live on EGTV. But now I think Instagram is different. I can only save for 24 hours on the stories. However, it's always on YouTube for you guys, so it's saved forever on YouTube. I will post, available on YouTube. Swipe up. You got it. Go watch. Please give it a like, comment, share. I need you guys, okay? My first time on your channel, Vini. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. Welcome. It's your first time on my channel or the first time on my live? Every Friday we have a live. Welcome. I love new members of our community, so welcome. And I want to know, how did you find my channel? You're the best. Thank you, sweetie. I love you guys so much. In your live, I miss you. Nice. I'm so happy. I love when I have new people here on the live. I missed you too every Friday. I love you guys so much as well. Modal verbs aren't used with the preposition to. Right, except for ought to. That's a little different. But I agree. The modal verbs we use every day, like can, could, should, would, will, right? Never with to. Don't use, never say I can to call you. I can call you, right? Or can I if it's a question. So never use the, ooh, I just kicked the table. Guys, I need to drink my tea. This is a very intense class. I get very obsessed about teaching. Could you please read the message? Yes. Let's do it. Let me take a sip first. Getting cold. Borboletita, comment ça s'écrit? O-U-G-H-T. Why are you not answering only my questions but everyone else's? Oh my goodness, somebody has a insecurity complex. I see your questions and I'm choosing to ignore them. Of course not, babe. I just saw for the first time. There are a lot of comments. Go ahead, ask your question. I hope I see it. Are you guys ready? Oh my God, the message has ought to. Guys, universe, I can't believe this. Our T message, and today I chose this specifically. Our T message has a modal verb, ought to. Are you ready for the dictation time? I'm so excited. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oui, oui, je parle français. I was born in Brazil, but I grew up in France. French is ma deuxième langue, vraiment. L'anglais, c'est la troisième. Okay, guys. There are 2 modal verbs in this. I love it. This is why we have T message every day. Yes, borbolita, that's it. I want a dictation time. Write it. Okay, guys? You ready? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. Ought to is similar to like have to, but not like an obligation, like almost like a necessity, right? Okay? In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. Yes, very good. Melania, very good. My students. Ought with the O-U, okay? Guys, in English, O-U has a sound of right? Like a couch or anyways, with the O-U. In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. Guys, this is like the perfect message for today, right? Come on, talk about connection with the universe and with you guys and me. Good job. You should be what you ought to be. O-U-G-H-T. Okay? I see a lot of messages. I'm sorry. I think everybody is good here. Yes, in every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. You know, sometimes we put so much pressure. I do this too, of course. But then I realize, I'm doing this. Why? Why am I putting pressure? Everything is in the right place. I'm in this life to live, to learn, not to be perfect. I am already perfect. Everything is perfect. Everything is exactly the way it should be. Even because couldn't be different. Not in this second right now. Just be yourself, yes. And ourselves, in essence, we are always the same, but we change, we mature, right? So in every moment of life, you should be whatever you need or feel like you should be in that moment. Whatever you ought to be, right? Okay, right now I ought to be a good teacher, a source of positivity, motivation for you. But in 1 hour, 2 hours, I have a dinner with my family in Brazil with FaceTime, and I ought to be present and a daughter and a sister in that moment, right? In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be, what you need to be, what you feel like you should be. I want to cry, Dan. I miss you so much. Oh, babe, it's okay. You guys can cry. We can feel emotional together. It's a good thing if you're feeling things. You're present in this moment, okay? Il veut dire soyez spontané. Yes, Be spontaneous, but it means be in the moment. Be here, be now. Don't be in your head about the past or the future. Be here, be present. Whatever you are right now is the right thing to be. You should be what you ought to be. Every Friday, I dedicate myself with positive energy from this wonderful broadcast. Thank you. Now I'm feeling emotional. Sorry, guys. Of course, during the week and during my day, I have moments where sometimes I wake up full of energy. Sometimes I wake up with really feeling like, wow, there are so many things I want to do, but I don't know how to start. I feel tired, I feel dismotivated, but then I try to change during the day and focus on the good things. So there are moments during the week. So I thank you for seeing the best in me. You guys see the best in me, and that makes me want to be better. That makes me want to be present. It's such a gift. It's wonderful. I'm like this because of you. Can I ask you a question? You're amazing, positive, but what do you do when you are angry? Okay, guys, so it's very rare that I feel angry. The other day, like 2 weeks ago, I felt a little angry with my boyfriend. It's very rare. I admit that it's not my natural way. When I was younger, I was much more explosive, but that's because I didn't understand that what I feel is my responsibility. Other people and other situations, they don't create something in you. You shouldn't feel angry at the outside. Everything is inside of us. So if something outside makes me angry, makes me frustrated, the real question is, what is already inside of me? What is already inside of me that is activated and that is reacting to what happened, right? And then you realize that it's okay, things are temporary. When I think about there is no right and wrong, there is no right and wrong. There's joy. We can choose. We can choose to, this feeling of anger, I don't want to identify with that. I am going to focus on something else and have faith. I believe that if I choose intention, yes, I feel angry, but here, put the anger outside, look at the anger and say, okay, this is not real. This is internal fear, insecurity. It's other feelings that are manifesting like anger, right? So you need to create space. You need to think, this feeling here is not my essence. It's my ego reacting. So I create space and I choose. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to feed this feeling. I will focus on something else. I will force myself to have other thoughts. And very fast it changes, right? So I hope you guys understand. This is a little deep, but this is the life coach, because I changed my life in the process of understanding I am in control, and I can choose my thoughts. So right now I can tell you that my biggest challenge is not feeling angry or negative. Sometimes I feel like I can't focus. That's my biggest challenge right now, to focus and have clarity about what I want and finish the process and get that. For example, I'm always telling you I want to finish the ebook, I want to finish the online courses, I want to offer you Zoom classes, but so many things I want to do. It's challenging to focus and get the job done. I already have a lot of things on my plate, like we say in English. Okay, babies, teacher Amanda, we need a teacher here in Brazil to help us get out of the verb to be, because just like that, sorry love, this is very long, but I would love to go to Brazil to maybe go to language schools and train teachers and speak and teach people how to think outside the box. You were psychology of yourself. Yes, guys. Hi, Jeanette. Love you, baby. Let's drink another cup of tea. Move on. Guys, to be honest, the live is pretty much over, okay? So we definitely changed from teaching English to life coaching, which is good because we used a lot of modal verbs if you paid attention. To review what we learned today, we learned about how modal verbs are special. You can make affirmatives, negatives, and questions without don't or do, right? I say, I can dance, I can't dance, or can you dance? I say, I will go, I won't go, contractions, I will not, I won't go, or will you go with me? Okay? So the modal verbs that we use the most are can, will, would, could, should, and a little less we use must, shall, may, might, okay? But if you master using can, will, could, should, and would, those are the most used all the time, and you should practice affirmatives, negatives, and questions with those, okay? Also, we can talk about more of the context in another live or maybe a video or maybe a Zoom class. Thanks for a lot of useful advice. Another my pleasure. Thanks for trusting me, for being here every week, for being all ears and open hearts, open arms every Friday. I am pre-service teacher. I have done BC. I can't do my English. My professor tells me not to, but I am so keen on doing it. Please guide me. Send me a direct message. Let me try to see if we can connect. So come on, guys. Give me your last hearts of the day for the weekend. I want to keep your hearts in my pocket here. So every time I feel dismotivated or sad or I miss my family or I feel lost, I will take a heart, remember you guys, and find my way. Yes? So send me lots and lots of hearts. I love you so much. I wish you a wonderful weekend. I'm always here asking for your help in return. Have a wonderful weekend, Patrick. Love you guys so much. Again, I want to invite you, Patrick, you're reminding me of that. I have people donating, buying me a coffee on Ko-fi all the time. I really appreciate that. So go to my page on Instagram and also on YouTube. There's a link for Ko-fi or Ko-fi. You guys can make a donation, right? Buy me a coffee for $3 or many coffees for, I don't know, a donation for the time I spent here with you. I really appreciate that, and I hope we can continue learning and growing and feeling positive and communicating in English so that the world can be more united, right? Feeling good, yeah? Par l'esprit des anges. Thank you so much, my babes. Big, big, big kisses to everybody. I will see you next week, and we have a video on Monday. So, Patrick is Canadian. He's from Quebec. Okay? Bye. Very positive live as usual. Good. Not as always, as usual. I noticed. Good job, guys. Lots of hearts. I love it. We love you, my teacher, and I love you guys. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you for just your kind words, your support, your appreciation, for believing in me and in this project, this community. There's a lot of value in this. I hope you guys feel it and see it. So remember, will, would, should, could, and can. Stay with your 5 modal verbs this week and practice them. Leave it in the comments. Bye bye, babes. Mwah. Bye, YouTube. Love you guys so much. See you next week.